little bit of Climb Every Mountain from the sound of music. You're listening to Winnipeg's Classic 107. My name is Simon Rusnak. Join the students of the Desautels Faculty of Music Musical Theatre Ensemble as they celebrate La Vie Bohème this weekend, featuring scenes from Anne of Green Gables, Hamilton, Little Shop of Horrors, Little Woman, Phantom of the Opera, Something Rotten, The Sound of Music, and of course, Rent. Director Donna Fletcher and a trio of performers have joined me in studio this morning. Hello all. Thanks for being here.
Hello.
Howdy.
So, Donna, I know that this is a performance that you and the students spend all year working towards. Can you believe the performance weekend is already here?
No.
Well, I can imagine how many things you've got going on in the lead up to this performance. So, all the more appreciative of you being here.
Well, it's a really fun project to work on every year. It's super labor intense because there's anywhere from year to year between 30 to 36 students in the ensemble. And so my spreadsheet of rehearsals and music rehearsals is like a military operation. And it's really fun to watch things come together from the initial casting to the initial auditions, casting, and then the music rehearsals, and then starting into the first throes of staging. And then as scenes become more and more familiar, to watch them grow and to watch the students really embrace the scenes and embrace their characters and everything they've done through the year start to build their confidence to the point that we get to the show. And it always seems to gel at the perfect time. And post-COVID, it's even more appreciated because we had to do, not a heck of a lot during COVID. So this has been just a joy to come back.
And it's always a joy to be a part of, whether you're up on the stage or you're in the audience. I mean, it's just one of those wonderful showcases. And let's hear from some of those performers now. I want to begin by turning the mic over to Christopher. We're going to raise that mic up just a wee little bit for you there. Christopher, you're going to be in one of the the most performed musical of all time, The Phantom of the Opera. What are you going to be performing from that?
I'm going to be Monsieur Firmin in that with Monsieur André, Jaden Fraser, the wonderful Jaden Fraser, and a whole cast of other great characters. We're very excited to do that. Funny enough, Phantom of the Opera was the last show I did with Opera on the Avalon out in St. John's, directed by none other than Donna Fletcher. And the show was the last performance in Newfoundland with Opera on the Avalon, but it kind of spurred on the need to pursue some higher learning with musical theater. So in a way, it kind of led me to University of Manitoba.
That's wild, yeah, because you're originally from the East Coast, right? That's hometown, the home province of Newfoundland. How you feeling about being one of the managers and discovering Christine? And I mean, you're a major part in the Phantom of the Opera.
It's fantastic. I think it's another great example, and I've been so privileged to have the opportunity to do these roles. And Donna gives everyone, I think, the chance to do something that is maybe just outside of their comfort zone of what they think they're capable of. And it's a great opportunity to see that you are indeed capable of it.
And you're also going to be performing in Little Woman, is that right?
Yes.
Oh boy, yes.
Professor
your eyes have gone nice and wide. I
remembered.
I didn't just cast you in Little Woman. No, I mean, this is part of the fun, right? Is that you get to perform in a wide variety of different productions and roles, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's hear from some of the other guests here in studio. Kris, I'm going to turn the mic over to you now. What are you going to be a part of?
I'm a part of the Little Shop of Horrors scenes, and I'm playing Seymour, and I'm also in the Rent scene, and I'm the iconic waiter who gets to come in and out, start the scene.
There are, the iconic waiter, yes. There are like a number of great musicals that have been programmed, but I mean, if I personally had to choose two to be a part of, I feel like these would be the two. I mean, I'm just a big fan of Little Shop and, of course, Rent. How are you feeling about these roles and performing?
I'm pretty stoked. I mean, when casting came out, I was pretty surprised because I wouldn't see myself necessarily as Seymour, and so that was exciting to be able to be a part of. And I mean, I wasn't originally the waiter. It was just a whole lot of, since there's so many of us, just a whole lot of scheduling issues. But I was happy to step up to the role, and it's great starting the scene, and it's kind of fun running in and running out
Yeah.
throughout that whole scene. So.
Yeah, suddenly Seymour and suddenly waiter.
Yes, exactly.
Works out really, really nicely. And then, Sandra, you've also joined us here in the studio. You're in, again, two different productions. One recent smash hit, the other a bona fide classic, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm going to be playing the Mother Abbess in our Sound of Music set of scenes, so that's super fun. Get to channel my inner nun and do a lot of singing there with my other nuns. It should be a super great scene. And then I also stepped into the role of Eliza Hamilton for our Schuyler sisters. Sorry, Eliza Schuyler.
Yeah, there we go. Do you get to do any rapping? Is the big question.
No, which I'm absolutely okay with.
And you're certainly not going to be doing any rapping as Mother Abbess either.
No.
Maybe a different rapping on the knuckles or something like that. But I mean, just again, we're talking about the amount of variety in the programming that you put together, Donna. And so let's turn the mic back over to you here. I mean, this is a big part of what musical theater ensemble does, right? Is give a sort of wide swath of exposure to the young artists.
Well, and the wonderful thing about musical theater is there's something for everybody. Everybody's age, everybody's voice type, everybody's fach, if we want to use an opera term. And so that's what the joy of it is for me, is to find things that suit what the students bring to the ensemble. We have students with deep classical background, so I'll give them something a little more classical, whether it's golden age classical or modern classical. Or if they're kids that come from a more pop background or show choir background, or, or even, just like have not done a lot of singing, I'll give them something that sort of suits what they can do at that time. And also, as Christopher said, I always want to challenge the students to give them something to push them out of their box a little bit, or to just move into modern times, quite frankly. And that's something I'm really, really interested in.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something to be said for the golden age, right? But to hear these modern productions like Hamilton, and to hear those up on the stage as well, I mean, it's a wonderful opportunity for the musicians and performers as well as the audience to hear these works and see how you imagine them. And then this year, a new addition to the year-end showcase, the Creation Project. Can you tell us about that?
Every year we do a little debrief at the end of the year, and a lot of students, I've noticed, are incredibly creative and are writing. And, we've had a lot of graduates from the ensemble go on and actually be writing pieces and win the Rintoul Prize and the Fringe Festival, or, write things for PTE or whatever in the city, or go to be music directors or composers. And so I thought, what a great time to start setting the seed for that. And so we brought in Ellen Peterson, who's a wonderful Winnipeg playwright, who's done a ton of work dramaturging in the city and writing and having her plays produced, to work with a group of students who wanted to give that a try. And so we ended up with 4 scenes, 2 of which are going to be on the actual show. So I'm really excited. One is sort of a road rage scene, and the other one is a construction worker scene. And they're both very clever and very funny, and completely written, directed, and composed by the students.
Wow, how special is that? And again, just another cool opportunity. I keep coming back to this phrase, that idea of just seeing something new and experiencing something. And it's all happening at the Gas Station Arts Center, the Gas Station Theatre, down right in the heart of Osborne. Wonderful weekend of performances. Saturday, 7 p.m., and then a matinee Sunday at 2. We've got all the details up at classic107.com under the events tab. Tickets range from $14 to $23. Very affordable. Why not head on down if you're looking for something to do this weekend? Thank you all for being here. It's great to have you in the studio.
Well, thanks
you
very
Simon.
much.